can't believe I'm making this video. Sea of Thieves should be the ultimate pirate experience, and in many ways it is. It has all the right ingredients. It has a wide open sea, treasure hunts, ship battles, and betrayal. But the longer you play, and I mean after you've put in a certain amount of hours that would classify you as no longer a noob at the game, the more one harsh truth becomes impossible to ignore. Gold is almost an entirely useless mechanic in the game. In Sea of Thieves, gold has no real value. Yes, you can spend it on cosmetics, yes, you can make your ships look like a gay pride parade and buy bland outfits and pointless trinkets, but these purchases have zero impact on gameplay in the long run. The only thing in the game that is both extremely important and entirely necessary to buy is buying cannonballs and other ship supplies from outposts. But the cost of buying cannonballs and other supplies is completely negligible. It literally costs nothing to buy these things. I'm talking like a couple $1,000, not even a dent in the average player's gold sack. Now, whether you have 10 gold or 10 million, your ship isn't faster, your cannons aren't stronger, and your character isn't tougher. Now, I'm not specifically saying that those are things we need in Sea of Thieves, but at the end of the day, the gold economy in Sea of Thieves is so bad, I had to make this video and rant about it. And it doesn't take an economics degree to figure out why. And let's be real for a second, gold is the core loop of the game, right? And it's a pirate game. You find a chest, you fight some skeletons and maybe another crew, and then you sell that chest for gold, cash, money. That's it. If you can sell your stuff, then cool. If not, then who cares? There's no real risk or lasting gain. No sense of real progression when you look at gold. You could be hauling around one chest or 1 million chests. It makes no difference. Once you have the cosmetics you want and bedazzled your pirate with whatever curse or hat you wanted, the dopamine is gone. The motivation to chase treasure, to fight, to explore isn't there, especially when you put some decent hours into the game and literally have millions of dollars worth of gold. Now, some people could argue that it's not all about gold, it's about the memories, blah blah blah, interactions, blah blah blah, and all the stories you create. And to a degree, that's true, or at least it used to be. But in my experience, player interactions are getting harder to come by. Servers feel emptier. You can sail for 45 minutes across a dead sea just hoping to find another ship. It's hard to create memorable stories when there's barely anybody around. Fighting another ship used to be a high stakes battle where people genuinely cared about losing their shit, and they would go 8 mode when you sunk them and sold their chests. But these days, people do not give a single fuck about their treasure. If you've ever watched a Sea of Thieves YouTuber or a streamer pull off an insane chest of Legends heist, sneaking aboard, stealing everything, pulling off a massive flawless getaway, it should feel like the greatest thing ever. But when I was watching my favorite Sea of Thieves creator the other day, the players that he stole from casually said, "Who cares?" And that right there kills the fantasy. It truly does. And I instantly felt that. Suddenly all that tension, all that excitement that I was feeling while watching feels almost stupid. Like you're watching someone steal something that doesn't even matter at all. And yes, I get it, it's a game and it doesn't actually matter, but man, fuck, that's not why I play games. I play games to forget and immerse myself in the fantasy world to forget about all the bullshit happening in my life. But when the treasure itself feels meaningless, the emotional payoff vanishes. And I think that's the real tragedy, because the chests themselves, especially something like the Chest of Legends, are beautiful. Their design makes them look and feel like you're handling something truly valuable. They scream importance, but the value is an illusion. In the end, it doesn't matter whether you sell it or lose it. The difference is just another bump in a number you stopped caring about a long time ago. People will say Sea of Thieves is an open world sandbox and that the stories you create are the real reward, but a good story needs stakes. It needs risks and consequences. In Sea of Thieves today, whether you win, lose, sink, or survive, it hardly matters. There's no real risk, no real reward. And when nothing is truly at stake, the stories stop feeling epic. They just feel stupid. Early Sea of Thieves was a masterpiece. Back when you were new and every voyage was dangerous, every chest mattered to you because you didn't understand why it didn't matter. You thought gold was the be-all and end-all. Every battle was a desperate cinematic fight for survival. But mid to late game Sea of Thieves, you sail, you fight, and then you sell. But you sell not because it matters, but because you have nothing else to do, not because you care. Sea of Thieves isn't really a pirate game anymore. In real piracy, you steal something valuable, you win something that feels real. Your enemies lose something they cared about. In Sea of Thieves, you steal a meaningless number. Nothing changes, nothing matters. Now, I want to be clear, Sea of Thieves still has an incredible foundation. It's still one of the best games to feel like you're living inside a pirate world. And to this day, I still log on. However, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. The core progression of the game, the worthless economy, it turns what could have been a timeless masterpiece into something tragically shallow. In the end, Sea of Thieves is a stunning ocean with no real treasure beneath the waves. A pirate game with no meaningful piracy. And unless Rare finds the courage to fix their broken, inflated economy, I don't see this issue getting better.